aligned and relaxed. Let's see, okay. Focusing on stillness and groundedness to begin with. And let's just let your hands rest on your legs. Let's try a little bit of just fluid side to side rocking, just feeling one way, feeling the other way. So you'll gently lengthen out your side body as you just rock. Don't fall over, I almost did. And then come to center. Make your spine a little more upright, bring your shoulders back and down. Deep breath into that whole center of the body. And then lean forward and back, lightly back a few times, just fluid. Try to feel grounded in all the directions. And the next time you come forward, come into forward fold. So wherever your hands reach, just let your spine come forward and down. Drop your head down. And then go side to side with your face. So turn your neck from side to side, your own pace. Remember to create that compassionate attitude towards your body. Creating some good sensations. One more breath, bring your head back to center. And then inhale up, gather your hands to your heart. Feel the legs and feet resting into the earth and the strength of your torso as you sit upright. Bring your low belly in lightly towards your spine. And just try to lightly firm your torso. So we are supported. And bringing your dominant hand towards your face with your first two fingers touching the middle of your eyebrows. And doing our alternate side breathing practice. So we'll close the left side of the nose lightly with the fingers and breathe in from the right side. A 4 or 5 count with each breath. Close the right side lightly and exhale towards the left. Breathe in left side. Breathe out right side. One more time, right? Inhale. Left exhale. Other way, recommit to sitting tall. Left inhale. Eyes are relaxed. Right exhale. Right inhale, so keep the right open. Exhale, left side. And just one more time, passing from left to right. When that's complete, release your hand down. Take a breath or two through your nose. The idea of the alternate breathing is to clear any restrictions, any constricting around that central channel of breath. A nice balanced quality to the mind. We'll begin to draw those even ujjayi breaths through the nose, victorious breathing for our moving around practice. I'll just take your blanket out of the way for now if you are using one. And bring your hands back with your fingers forward. Hug your elbows in and send your weight back into your hands. Bring your knees towards the floor. So allow your front shoulders and chest to spread and open nice and compassionately. A downward gaze off your nose, steady breathing. Heart lifting pose, press the earth with the hands. And then make sure the hands feel comfortable and strong where they are. So you can try to press into the hands and knees and lift your hips. Just give that a little try. Press the hips forward. And release back. Release them back down. And come down to your elbows carefully. So really mindfully, elbows one at a time. And lift yourself out of your foundation so you're not sinking in. So lift up and out. And bring your feet off the floor. Try legs parallel to the floor. Straighten the legs up to some degree and draw your toes towards you. So we're doing a forearm pose, but the other way. And then point your toes away. Circle your ankles. Give yourself some freedom to release your feet and your legs. Create a little strength in the belly. And then also carefully come all the way to your back. One arm at a time. Releases, bring in your knees, curl in. Take your head down for a moment, bringing the knees into the body. Make sure your neck is long. Deep breath. Getting ready to rock up, cross your ankles. The weight first comes towards your face, and then send your legs away. Hold on and rock up. It's okay to come up alternatively. And we are going to make our way to standing up. Keep your hands on the ground. So bend your knees enough to keep your hands down, palms down, feet press, hands press. Find that little uplift in the belly. And one more time, breathe. See if you can straighten out your legs a little bit more. Fold in, breathe out. Just meeting your body right where it is. And then stand up with your hands, trace your body, and roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Just letting the arms and shoulders release. Release and spread your feet upon the earth. And taking crossover, side bending with the right foot crossing in front of the left. Arms up and side bend over towards the left side. So we gently catch the wrist. Don't put pressure on your joints. Just maybe a little lengthening. Find that sweet place for you and your body today. Well, everything's connected. Eyes relax downward. Breathe out one more time. And then inhale, fluid and slow releasing to the other side. Cross the other foot in front. Find your balance. Inhale, arms up, shoulders down. Exhale, side bend. Gently catch your hand or wrist. Really light with that encircling. And that's really where you're controlling the depth of the side bend. So really attend to how your body feels. Keep things positive. Enjoy a sense of opening yourself. Breathe out once more. And then inhale, release your arms and legs. Keep breathing. Stand with your feet hip distance apart. And hold your pelvis with your hands. So let's just circle our hips a little bit. So to press into the feet. So just go over to one side. So move into one leg, round to the other. Just a little light movement just to ground the feet. Good. And then wherever your hands would like to be, do the other way. If holding there helps bring awareness, that's good. Oh, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have us feel our belly center. Now I remember. So hands on the belly, lovingly feeling our power center. I'm thinking of moving from there in our practice today. So come back to stillness. Hold your power center. And as we move through our poses, just remember to move from here. And breathe in when you're ready. Reach up your arms. Keep your gaze down, forward. Exhale, forward folding slowly. Take time to establish the pose. Halfway lift, arms reach where they reach. Lengthen your spine. Bend your knees, spread your hands. Go back to plank pose. We need to flow between plank and downward dog. So plank a little bit short to go plank and then downward dog. Work with yourself. If you need to do knees down, you could do it that way. Working the whole body from the power center. Slow down your flow and just try a few more times. Check in with each place once more. Out to the plank. And carefully bring down your knees. Take your blanket under your knees if you need it. Come to cow spine. Just a gentle extension. The power center is steady. And just the upper back and the face go forward a bit. And let's flow into cat spine. Round. Back to the cow. Establish each. And flow between the two. And then our side body. So flex your right side, shorten your rib cage on that side. Flex, other side, flex. And slowly go side to side a few times. Just come into your range of motion and then move the other way. Breath is flowing. And by touching our noses earlier, we brought some nice awareness to that area. So you're really bringing a lot of awareness towards your nose and your third eye center. And then back to center. Bring the top of your head very lightly to the floor. Just turn it around the top of your head. So do you have your belly strong? You're not going to put weight on your head. You're going to use your hands. You're going to very lightly just touch. And if it feels okay to lightly rest the head there. Just keeping the hands for security. If you feel comfortable, take your arms back along the floor. Rabbit pose. Touching the crown to the earth. Stillness mode. Hands by your sides if they're not already. And back to quarter dog, but don't tuck your toes today. Just go back like child's pose. Take your arms out, in, round. Sometimes my big toes cross each other, so however it's comfortable, just squish yourself towards the earth. Let your hands spread open. Maybe third eye resting on the floor. Breathe out one more time. And then come out onto your forearms. So carefully place the elbows under the shoulders. Spread your hands. You really use the hands here. And bring your legs back. Trying to stay with the knees down. And or not. Either way, let's try lifting one leg at a time off the floor. Just lift it. Put it down on the other side. So with the knees down, that still works. You could try a few of each if you would like. Work from that strength in the belly and the groundiness in the arms. Feel your chest and your upper back awakening. One more time each way. And then carefully bring your belly center down. Release your arms and your legs overhead and behind you. Relax your head down. Feel the earth. Ready to swim. Reach your right arm and your left leg. Lengthen them away and place them down. Other side, lengthen and lift and release. Other way. So opposite reaching. Not 100%. Keep it slightly mellow. Too much of anything isn't what we want. Just the right amount for today. And then take your legs nice and wide, whatever's comfortable for you. Hands under your head, turn your head to the right side for several breaths. Shoulders down. Stillness. Noticing the calming quality that the practice can have. Any poses that are especially healing for you, remember them, come back to them, use them whenever you need them. Things like this, you don't have to warm up or anything. And so just enjoy. Head turn this way. And then come back to center for a moment and bring your legs back to hip distance apart. And just comfortably lift up your upper body just a little bit. And then swim your legs. Reach them long, kick them. Make sure you're comfortable in your front body. Just swimming flow with the legs. Feel how it strengthens the back as well. And then legs wide and down, turn your head the other way. Left side, rest your head. Rest everything. The breath is finding a steady pattern. And one more time, enjoy your breath, relax, relax. When inhale, energy comes, let it bring you towards cobra. Legs together, feet together, hands in by your chest. Inhale, feel the whole body strong as you activate and lengthen. Gaze to your nose. And here we can just ride on that fluidness of our breathing. 3, 4, one more breath. Transition to downward facing dog. Press down into the mat with your hands. Peel up to your knees. Tuck under your toes. Refine for a moment. I like to look at my hands and even them out. Make sure they're open and then release head down. Here, letting the breath flow through. Activate your belly and your legs and press the legs back. Breathe out one more time, lean back into your legs. Staying grounded as we come forward. So step forward. When you need to pick up your hands, just pick them up and continue your walk. Breathe out, fold in. Carefully find your range of motion. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. One more time, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Now up to standing, trace your legs, breathing in. Find your center line. Reach while your breath continues to come in. When it's ready to go out, release your hands and arms down. Spread your feet, take a breath. And then open your arms wide, lift and reach your heart up. Exhale, fold forward, repeating movements carefully. Find that shape. Extend the spine to the half lift. Belly tones in, right leg back. Take your hands down, high lunge position. A moment to establish it and then to add a twist. It's okay to do this one with your back knee down. It's like our plank. We want a nice, strong, open hand. Press the earth, reach away. Knee centered over ankle. And just one more time, give it energy. Inhale, reach. Exhale, unwind. Back knee down, cushion as needed. Untuck your toes, come up, Anjaneyasana. Shoulders roll back. Taking that moment to establish. And then bring your knee out towards your toes. And then draw your leg back, lift your toes. So I'm going to adjust where my foot is for this to flow between Anjaneyasana and Hanumanasana. You take your hands down. Go as slowly as you want to. Let's come and hold Anjaneyasana for a couple of breaths. Low crescent lunge. And then draw the belly back, straighten the leg, and fold into Hanuman's pose several breaths. Very compassionate with the back of your legs. And the whole body, breathing out. Bend your knee, take your heel back, come to upward facing dog. So bring your hands nice and far out from your knees so that you have room to bring your pelvis forward and roll your shoulders back. Ease into that up dog shape. It's fine if your knees stay on the ground or you are on the tops of your feet. Just the right amount. Transition to down dog. Flip over the feet, hips high and back. One more time, deep breath. Uplift in the low belly helps you step your right foot forward. High lunge, second side. Adding the twist variation. Keep your knee centered, reach up. Feeling empowered. And breathe out, release your arm down, back knee down, untuck the toes, and rise up, shoulders back. Cushion under the knee if you need it. And it worked for me to have my leg a little further ahead to flow between the two. So we'll check in with our proportions. Just come comfortably forward, knee towards the toes, and then come back, straighten your leg, lift your toes. Carefully move each way. Good, and then option to come lower if you would like. Continue to go back and forth a few times. Next time you come forward for a hold, several breaths, so find a good space, lift out of your shoulders. Lightly lift the corners of your mouth to bring peace to your face. Just a soft, resting half smile idea. Nothing forced, just peaceful. And then draw back to Hanuman's pose. Lift your toes, fold in. Wherever you are, be there. Meet yourself in the present moment. One more exhale. Bring that foot to the floor, just transitioning to the front of the mat, folding forward. Release your spine. Bend your knees and come up into elephant pose. Squat with the hands at the forehead. Elbows squeeze together lightly. Just get low, impermanent. Press your feet. One more time, breathe out. And then let the inhale bring you back to your heart center, standing up. And turn out to the side for triangle pose. You want to stay on your mat. Turn out with your right foot to the back of the mat and your left heel angles comfortably. So your hips face out to the side. Float out your arms, breathe in. Breathe out, move from your hara, your belly center. You can even try that lower hand on the belly today if you would like. You can feel the breath and the strength. Breathe out. And inhale, come up, changing sides, just learning to flow from one side to the other. Take a moment to establish that. Maybe try the hand to the belly variation with the lower hand coming over, reaching up. Trust your feet to be open. Breathe out one more time. And then breathe in, come up, release your arms out. Parsvakonasana, let's stay on this side. Bend your left knee out over your ankle. Lean and reach. Draw your shoulder back into your body. Gaze at your reaching hand. Feeling free to come down to the floor as an option. Soften back from maximum effort. If you're doing maximum, try to do just a little bit less, 80%, 60 to 80% today. Just the right amount for today. Breathe out one more time. Find your depth. And then up and over to the other side. So turn, same way feet, and then right foot out, bend knee over ankle, lean and reach. Shoulder down off the ear, hands to the reaching, eyes to the reaching hand. And the hands softly gather, peaceful face. As you warm up, maybe coming down lower if you would like. Fourth breath, one more time. Inhale, rise up and turn to wide parallel feet. Actually, we're going to do standing back bend first. It's okay. Turn the toes out comfortably. So just on your own easy wide stance. And find your pelvis. So the first thing we want to do is spreading around the feet. Notice your feet. Firm your legs. Feel that foundation. You're solid. And then lift your whole rib cage up and press your pelvis forward a little bit. So that's what creates a little back bend. So pelvis forward, lift rib cage gently back. If you like, take your hands to your heart and just feel the weight grounding into the legs. Just the right amount, just a little bit's fine. Just exploring for one more breath. And then come out, start with your chest, let your head follow. Turn your feet now to wide parallel and forward fold slowly. We're going from back bend to forward bend slowly. Hands down, bend your knees if you need. Release your head. Shake yes, shake no. And just let your head hang down the center. Draw your shoulders up to your body and your low belly up. Release what you can as far as relaxing. Let the energy flow. One more breathing out moment. Half lift. Exhale over towards your right leg. Just wrap yourself over in that direction and relax forward. Light upward belly. So the right way to practice the pose is what's serving you in this moment. Let it look like whatever it looks like. And let's just check in with the other side. So just let yourself wrap the arms in a way that feels nice. Feel releasing along your side body. Breathe out again. Inhale, center, half lift. Breathe out. And then inhale again, come up. And relax. And turn your toes out, reach up your arms for star pose. Just let your arms float towards the sky. Roots of the big toes ground into the earth. Exhale, float your arms down and make your way to the top of your mat. Warrior A, almost done with standing. Big step, back right leg. Front knee bends over the ankle. Seek the elbows wide just to open our hearts. Gaze down towards your nose. And then open out Warrior B, reach front and back. So change the legs so the hips turn to the side, back foot turns out. Front gaze. Breathe out. Inhale up into Reverse Warrior. Just cradle your head. Your own favorite is fine. One more time. Release your arms and legs for same direction and top of the mat for second side. Just knowing how to arrive at the top of your mat, ready for yoga. And then other side, stepping back. So all these asanas, there's so much mindfulness and coming into the shape that really brings us present. And let's do our thumbs wide, weave your fingers, rest at your heart center. Gesture of unshakable courage. We can bring these meditations into our practice. One more time, a deep breath. Inhale, turn to the side, release your hands, turn your back toes out, and come to the Warrior B. So there's an awareness of that front knee, shoulders down, turn your gaze to the front. Just one more time, exhale, and then inhale, Reverse Warrior, cradle head variation. So you're always refining, paying attention, and also just relaxing into the work. One more breath. Release arm, straighten knee, turn feet same way, bend knees, and step top of mat. Process. Leading standing now, reaching up, breathing in. Breathing out, folding forward. Halfway lift. Spread hands, legs back. Knees down, upward facing dog carefully, all the way in. And then downward facing dog, all the way in. Come to seated your own way. So I've been teaching the jump through, which is getting your legs between your hands, cross your ankles, work your way through seated. And let's fold in the right knee and straighten out the left leg. Janu Sirsasana. See about bringing this leg out 90 degrees if you can. And then we need to shift ourselves towards the straight leg and come out and down. Reach where you reach. Knee bending is fine. Make sure your neck is released, your head is long. So now we're back on the ground, we're seated, so we're more grounded again. Standing is very grounding too, so all grounding. Breathe steadily, relax. And give it one more of your exhales. Inhale energy to come up and change sides. Fold in your other leg. Bring it over towards the side. And see about a 90-degree, if it will go out to the side. So I'm a little crooked on my mat. So out, and then there's a little twist, a little lateral as you go out towards your straight leg. So this could look lots of different ways. Let it work for you today. And the name of the pose is knee head pose, head to knee. So you can let your head rest towards your knee. First few breaths just to get that message to relax and let your body relax. Let the rivers of energy flow. Reconnect with the sound of your breathing, its rhythm. And breathe out one more time. This is how we bring some stillness into the mind. Breathe in, rise up. And let's do a lateral shoelace pose, which is like the cow face legs. So you can elevate on your blanket. I'm going to try that, especially if you're tighter in your hips. And then what we do is try to stack the knees. So I've got my left leg down first. So I'm going to fold that in, knee towards the front. And then instead of doing the foot on the floor, what we're trying to do is bring the knees on top of each other. And it's okay if they don't do that. Just do this in a way that feels okay. Just stop where your body says, that's good. Check in with that for a moment. So do stack your knees if they will. You can see I'm just working with my hips. And then we're going to side bend over towards the left side. Just let the legs relax. Taking a yin attitude towards the shape, just shape only, no activation. Bring your hand to the earth on that side and slide out a little bit. Then your arm comes and cradles onto your head. So let your arm rest on your head. Find a nice amount of side bend sensation. Stay lifted out of your shoulder. And then we're just going to give this some time. Relax your eyes. You can always change it or come out if you need to. So if your arm gets really tingly, consider bringing it back down. Just carefully attentive to your body so that everything is safe. Getting into our fascia, our connective tissue a little bit. and a chance to just relax the mind upon the breath. Free to make adjustments. Lots of sensations potentially. Learning to be present and have just the right amount of sensation. Knowing when backing up or going deeper is right. Just a little longer, release your eyes, let them close. Feel the air on your skin, the light coming through your eyes, even with the closed lids. And be soft. And very carefully come back out. Make the arm down, come upright. And then work your legs apart and into an easy Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart, bound angle pose. Just really easy, feet comfortably away from the hips. If you want to fold a little bit, you can. Just trying to let the legs release open the other direction. Soft, forward a little bit or more. And take 2 more breaths to do this pose as you like to do it. What's your body asking for? Breathe out one more time, get in there. And then use the inhale to release out. And second side, lateral shoelace pose. Bringing the right knee, fold it in. So we protect the knees with the folding in of the knees, but with the top leg, depends on your hips. So just work your way into knees in relative proportion to one another. That's not the right word. Relatively on top of one another. Just sitting with stillness for a moment to make sure everything's okay with that. And then coming side bend. So you want to make sure you keep that space between your ear and shoulder. And I found that I started a little too deeply. So I start a little less deeply on this side. Check in with that arm coming up and resting. Not heavy, just lightly resting. Your neck is strong from your yoga practice. Resist the weight of the hand and arm easily. So listen to any tingling and back off a little bit, change it. Giving this a little time. Just the right amount of sensation. Try to be effortless. Again, noticing air on skin. Feeling of air moving in and out of nose. A little maybe midpoint to check in and see if you want to adjust anything. Make sure that everything's still flowing well. Relax your eyes again. Meditate for a moment upon the drawing inward of the seeing energy when we close the eyes. So the word drishti is an important part of our practice, where we look, where we focus. So focus and look go together. Breath is a nice place to focus, also body focusing. and quiet mind focus. And let's just start that idea of releasing, and do so with real attentiveness, coming out carefully back to upright, arms released. And then support your legs and release them out. And let's stretch them out into Upavishta Konasana this time, wide seated forward fold, and activate your legs. So still up on a blanket is fine. So this is a really symmetrical pose. It's just like wide standing forward fold, but on our seat. Breathe in, long spine, tone your belly. Breathe out, forward fold. Reach your legs or feet. And we're trying to reach our hearts towards the floor. So lengthen out through your head and then down. 5 breaths. Turning on the muscles of the legs by lifting your kneecaps. Lift your head, release forward and down. See if you can wiggle into the pose a little more deeply, just a little side to side rocking. Heart reaches a little closer to the earth, head goes down. And breathe in and come on up. Release your legs and let's come to our backs. Have your blanket available for the rest of the class, so have it where you can reach it. Add socks now if you need them. Staying warm is good. Lie down to bridge shape. Back body on the earth. Inhale, lift up your hips. Just one today, just to give a little bit of energy back into the body, a little stimulation. Press feet and hands and head, lift hips. One more time. Just try to release across the front of your body. And then bring your spine down with your hips. Bring up your legs. And let's circle on the sacrum today. So the sacrum is this big triangular bone at the back of your pelvis. So it's right underneath your legs and feet. Use your arms for support. Just circle your legs in one direction, massaging the sacrum into the earth. Sacrum like sacred. The most dense bone in our bodies. And the other way. Just positive, massaging, noticing. And then back up to center and stillness. Bring in your knees. Favorite yogis resting twist over to the right with your legs or leg. What's your favorite one today? Where does your knee want to be? Turn your head away and just open across the body, across the heart. Land here, relax. Breath still steady. Breath slowing down, steady. Exhale again. And find the other side. Take your time to come through the center. Bring knee or knees. So I'm doing just customized on myself today with the legs that feels nice in the spine. Turn away, reach away. Make sure that all feels well. So you can Slow down your breathing and relax. Deeply breathe one more time and release to your back body for resting pose. Maybe experimenting with your blanket on your body somewhere, if you would like it under your head, under your knees. Where would you like it to be? If your sacrum is always sensitive in Savasana, try it under your sacrum. It's good to stay warm this time of year, especially, so cover or dress and relax open. You want the body to be symmetrical. Of course, if you need to rest on your side, that's always fine. Bend your knees and do it on your side with your knees supported by a pillow. And just know that it doesn't always have to be symmetrical, but the back version is. Notice your body, let everything settle open, making any little refinements so that everything feels free. Give your breath permission to find its own flow again. It might stay with a rhythmic pattern. And just let it be. Let your awareness travel out your arms to your soft hands. Feel their energy. Try to let your brain rest in the back of your skull. Trying to stay in the yoga practice, stay on your mat with your mind if you can. Breathing, resting. Keep releasing back into the earth. Unplugged. You are a child of the universe, no less than the sun and the stars. And today, let us practice waking up slowly from our stillness. So just imagine you've been having a wonderful night's sleep and you've woken up and you're refreshed in the morning. So you are refreshed from your yoga practice, so not too hard to imagine. Stretch the breath a little bit. Swallowing might feel nice. Let it happen if it wants to. Let your eyes flutter a little bit. Your fingers and toes flutter a little bit. And let everything be still, except your hands, closing and opening a few times. And let's let the hands lead us into arms reaching overhead, and now reaching through the legs and the whole body, reaching, point your toes. Relax your elbows down and pull your toes towards you. And then relax your legs again. Give a little shimmy. Bring the heels in and the knees. Transition over to your side body. Rest your head. And then remember that you are going to get up and let your eyes flutter again. Let your breath stretch. Press the earth and come back up. Just bringing the peace generated from your practice with you as you come back to your seat. You can still have your blanket snuggling around you somewhere if you want to. And just rest your hands softly together, creating a little space between the hands today for some intentions and just feeling supported by the practice, sending compassion to yourself and to others. And then seal your hands together, lift up your elbows to increase that seal, press the hands, energize. And then relax the hands into the heart, breathe in deeply. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. My friends, I love you.